I'm just quickly checking my YouTube to make sure everything's sorted out on the side. 2 seconds. I've got crazy footage to share with you, so make sure you stick around. Just making sure the stream is running okay here. Okay. Sorry, I just always like to make sure everything's sorted, and then then I can just carry on. And streaming is not as easy as a lot of people might think. Okay, let's quickly check the. I just want to check my audio quickly. 2 seconds. Crazy footage coming up, by the way. If you could just let me know in the chat if the audio is fine for you guys. You could just let me know in the chat if the audio is all right for you guys. And then the craziness will begin. Hello, Melinda. Hey, Melinda. Melinda, can you hear me okay? I just want to check. If you can hear me. All right, guys, I'm going to get going here. Sorry about that. It always takes me a while to make sure everything's going all right. Okay, this looks fine. Okay, let's be at peace with it. All right, let's start with guys. What a crazy day! This the footage that is coming out. There's the drone here that hit a building in Bahrain. Just let me know if the audio for the clips is also good as well. Okay. Crazy footage. Let that play again. Unbelievable. So this is a 2 seconds. Iranian drone struck a high-rise building in Jaffa area of Bahrain. Whoops, sorry, it's a bit loud. Unbelievable. All right, so let's. There's a couple of posts that I want to share with you that I've got bookmarked, but let's quickly check. Let's quickly check my feed, just to see if there's anything crazy going on right now. Okay, so we've got something from Central Command there. Earlier in Dubai. Just quickly checking on the most recent stuff, and then I'll show you some of the bookmarks. Operation Epic Fury involves the largest regional concentration of American military firepower in a generation, CENTCOM says. Israeli Air Force F-16 Sufa heading out on an Iran strike mission this morning, carrying a loadout of Rampage air-launched ballistic missiles. Wow, look how loaded this. Look how loaded this is. Wow. There's some more pictures there. Channel 12's Amit Segal reports that 30 munitions were dropped in the strike. Khamenei's relatives and his military secretary were killed, and that Khamenei is almost certainly dead. Wow. And I was just about to say they were. I was just about to say that they were saying that they got him somewhere safe, because apparently we've been waiting for him to give a speech, and he's been late, and now I'm reading this. So it sounds like they might have got him, guys. It sounds like they might have got him. Israeli Air Force dropped 30 bombs on Khamenei hideout, N12 News reports. Supreme Leader's military secretary is confirmed dead. Khamenei is very likely dead as well, report says, but still waiting for official confirmation. I can't believe it. I came on at like the exact right time. Unbelievable. I should actually change the thumbnail. I can't believe it. All right, well, let's see. Let's wait for confirmation, ladies and gentlemen. But based on that report, it sounds like, and he's delayed for his speech, by the way. It sounds like Khamenei. It sounds like they might have got Khamenei. Wow, unbelievable. As alerts across Israel for additional incoming Iranian ballistic missiles sound, video shows a number of Iranian ballistic missiles launching from inside Iran earlier. By the way, to everyone who's watching, this is all very recent news. So 4 minutes ago, this post. So let's take a look at this video. Wow. Unbelievable. Wow, 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 wow. My God. To LB cosmic concerns, we just, just being expressive, my friend, okay? Just being expressive. That is some pretty crazy footage. Insane footage, just for my friend there in the chat. I'm only joking. Israeli reporter Emmett Segal says it was Israel, not the United States, that hit Khamenei's compound. 30 bombs were reportedly dropped on the site. Sources say Khamenei's military secretary was killed. Okay, guys. So there's a look. It's coming from the same source, but let's see. Let's see what happens. Another impact at or near Fifth Fleet HQ, Manama, Bahrain. Let's take a look at this. Wow. Wow. This war is insane. Breaking. Reuters reports that during the Iranian attacks, Qatar was targeted with about 44 missiles and 8 drones. No, it's okay. I'm also only joking. It's all right. It's all chilled. We very chilled, yeah. Just crazy times. So yes, is this a better video? I'm not sure. Let's just check. Okay, so it's basically the same. It's obviously posted on an IRGC Telegram channel. Okay, let's keep going. Remember, I have got bookmarks for us, by the way. I'm just checking on the most recent news. Again, now like 7 minutes. CENTCOM, US and partner forces began striking targets at 1:15 a.m. ET to dismantle the Iranian regime's security apparatus, prioritizing locations that posed an imminent threat. Targets included IRGC command and control facilities, Iranian air defense capabilities, missile and drone launch sites, and military airfields. Wow, guys. I'm very tempted to refresh and check if Khamenei's gone. I'm just like waiting for it. Missile depot struck in northern Iran. Oh my goodness. Wow, that's cooking off. So definitely something in there. All right, guys, let's okay, I'm gonna go a little bit further. There's just so much, it's unbelievable. Thank you to everyone who's watching. If you don't mind, just like the stream and share it if you can. Iranian airstrikes hit Erbil, Iraq. Let's take a look here. Okay, so we've got some damage there and some stuff. Looks like there's some stuff cooking off on the inside there. Wow. If they got Khamenei, I can only imagine, you know, all of these like sleeper cells and stuff are going to cause trouble everywhere else. So, okay, so here we have a report from Fatux now saying Khamenei is alive and commanding war affairs from a secure operations room, Iranian state-affiliated media outlets Fars and Tasnim say. All right, guys, let's see. Let's refresh it and see. I'm just waiting for it to come through. 52 posts. Wow. So I don't know if you've seen this footage from Dubai.
Oh my God.
So
Oh my God.
I did not think Iran's response would be like this, to be honest. I didn't think they would, you know, I mean, it's one thing to hit like bases, but when you're hitting, you know, public buildings and stuff, it starts becoming very sobering. Yeah, I'm just waiting for, you know, one of those pictures where you see Khamenei's face and it just says eliminated. I'm waiting for one of those to pop up. Oh, breaking. A security source told News 14 the indications are growing stronger that Ali Khamenei was eliminated in the opening strike. Still needs further confirmation. Ladies and gentlemen, the supreme leader, the so-called supreme leader, may not be around anymore. Sure. Because then, I mean, that would have been one of the very first targets, most likely, you know, so that they didn't get warned, you know. Wow. Okay, so we it's very likely we could get confirmation very soon. All right, so let's take a look at my bookmarks, and then we'll come back to these. Okay, maybe after every couple of bookmarks, we'll check in to make sure we're not missing on Khamenei. But let me know if you see anything. Okay. Just reading the chat there. Okay, so we've seen Dubai. There's just a couple of good posts that I want to share with you, just to give you a bit of an update here. Okay, so we read all of this. I haven't even there's just been so much news coming out. Very hard to even stay organized. Okay, so this is a one good update that I wanted to share with you. As of 6 p.m. Israel Standard Time, 28 localities across Iran have experienced explosions from airstrikes by IDF and U.S. forces since the start of the joint U.S.-IDF operation. In Kermanshah, targets include a Basij headquarters, an air defense base, ballistic missile infrastructure, and reportedly the air base. Other targets include an IRGC headquarters in Kamyaran, the base in Manab, an IRGC base, and the 45th Commando Base. There are also reports of airstrikes on the Parchin nuclear facility southeast of Tehran. Along the coast of the Gulf, targets include IRGC naval targets and air bases. During the afternoon, approximately 200 Israeli Air Force fighter jets simultaneously attacked approximately 500 Iranian missile and air defense targets in western and central Iran, severely damaging Iranian offensive capabilities. This was the largest strike mission in the history of the Israeli Air Force. More to follow. And here's just a map. I'll zoom in a bit for you guys. So these are just These are the confirmed ones where they've got evidence, so video evidence or pictures and things like that, so where they can actually confirm it and made sure that the footage isn't old as well. Great profile. This profile, Israel. Sorry, I think it's Israel Alma. Israel Alma. So if you're on X, I'd highly recommend to follow there. Okay, so we know we're waiting for Khamenei. Some people saying he might be gone. Sirens in Tel Aviv. Let's take a listen. Yeah, so this is tonight, right now. Earlier, I think half an hour ago. Looks beautiful at night, Tel Aviv. All right. This is going to be massive. It's already massive. So from Mossad commentary, right now I'm standing outside my daughter's high school, picking her up after Shabbat. Explosions overhead. Let's take a listen. I can't really. You can slightly hear it. You can slightly hear it. Wow, I wonder what he's filming on. That's a really strange aspect ratio. Okay. Okay, so we have. So this video is from the IDF. It's in Hebrew, but I'll play the animation. The Israeli army carried out the largest airstrike involving 200 fighter jets. They dropped munitions on 500 targets. Reports say Israel has launched a new attack. So this was about an hour ago. Let's I'll start it again for you so you can have a look at it. Looks like there's some animations there. Don't worry, I'm going to check in on Khamenei again now for those of you who are waiting for it. Just if you do see anything, just let me know in the chat, please. Okay. Let's carry on. It's boring. Prime Minister Netanyahu set to address the media later tonight. If he comes on while I'm on, I'll stream that here. Just let me know if you pick that up as well. Israel shoots down an Iranian ballistic missile over Tel Aviv. Let's take a look. Okay, so just some debris there. Nothing crazy. Footage of an Iranian drone slamming into a high-rise building in Bahrain. I don't know if this is a different angle. If this is same. It appears the United States or Israel struck a military facility in Zanjan. Perhaps these are missile sites the Israelis have been hunting down. Let's look. I think we saw this one. Yeah, we saw this one. I don't know if we saw the other one. So you can see there's some stuff. Whenever it looks like fireworks like that, you just know there's stuff cooking off in there. Okay, so we saw that one. Let's check this other one here quickly. Is this the same one? I don't know if this is the same. Okay, so this looks like the... yeah, okay, so that's just the burning. Okay, so these are all the same. Okay, so he has more. There's quite a few videos in this one, so let's take a look at this. All looks like it. Wow. Okay, so that's a different angle. Wow. Let's look at the second one here. This is a couple of... Oh no, this looks like a different... Oh yeah, okay, so this is further away. Alright, so this is all the same building, guys. I'm not going to... Okay, I think we need to check in on Khamenei, guys. Let's see. 2 seconds. Oh yeah, Shahed drones spotted right near the Burj Khalifa. I'm trying to... okay, yeah, so you see this tiny little black dot here. It almost looked like it was flying into the top of it when I first watched it.
Sí, ahí pegó. Shit, ahora sí se pegó. Le tiraron. ¿A qué le pegó? Bueno, muchachos, ¿a qué le pegó? A un cari. Me está jodiendo, boludo. Mirá la grúa, boludo. Mirá la grúa.
You're just waiting for it to explode. I don't know if this one explodes. I think they just spotted it.
¿Dónde está el avioncito? Ahí está, ahí se vio. Mirá el humo.
I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think they've actually evacuated this building, if I'm not mistaken. Well, I mean, it would be the smart thing to do, wouldn't it? Okay, let's check if I've got some more here. Air defense systems are hitting targets over Bahrain right now. Boom. Let me see one interception there in Bahrain. Amazing job by Israeli, US Air Force, and air defenses. IDF and US military continue to knock out missile launches in Iran, while missile defense systems are shooting down almost all incoming threats fired at Israel. Oh, yeah, this is also Iranian ballistic missile launch from west of Tehran minutes ago, 6:30 local time. Let's take a look. It's a long, you can see a long trail on this one.
شلیک موشک الان ساعت 6:30 موشک آپرسونیکه.
Right. Let's see what it looks like a bit further down. New. Prior to the Iran attacks, the CIA assessed that even if Supreme Leader Khamenei were killed, he would likely be replaced by hardline elements of the IRGC. Yeah. Obviously. An Iranian drone reportedly hit near the Palm Hotel and Resort area in Dubai. Oh, man. So crazy to see that in Dubai. How insane is this? Look. Let me actually try and make this one bigger for you. Sorry. Check this. I don't know. I don't think there's audio on this. Wow. Wow. All right. Should we check in on Khamenei? What do you guys think? To be honest, I had a feeling like this morning that it was a done deal. Because the thing is with Israel, if they take the opportunity, like they won't take the opportunity if it's not there. You know what I mean? If they're not sure that they're going to do the job, you know. So, I don't know. I think it's highly likely. Breaking Reuters reports that Iran has closed the Strait of Hormuz and started turning vessels around. I think I actually skipped over a post that I wanted to share with that. Okay, so more on that. Direct impact. Okay, so this is the same one that we just watched, that drone. Okay, this I think this might be the aftermath of the video we watched. Wow. Yeah, there's plenty of replacements, and it's just so, you know, entrenched, you know. You know, like they say, that airstrikes alone will not overthrow the regime, and they need a lot of people who are within the regime to also turn on the regime for it to happen, you know. The RGC says a U.S. military Sea Lift Command combat support vessel was severely hit by missiles fired by its naval forces. Okay, so they... Okay, so let's see if he's lying or not. For Iranian foreign minister, almost all officials are safe and alive. We may have lost one or two commanders, but that is not a big problem. We'll find out. Like I say, Khamenei was supposed to be doing a speech. Okay, so we're getting to late news here. So let's check the feed again, guys. something on football there. Satellite photo shows an Iranian ship on fire, a port city in southeastern Iran along the Gulf of Oman. Wow. So check that out. I'll zoom in for you. So there's the ship. I think there's a color photo as well here. Okay. So that's where it was there. That's the ship that was hit. Wow. I think that might be Thunder by me. Watch. Iranian Shahed drone striking. Okay, sorry. This is Bahrain again. Iranian Foreign Ministry spokesperson. I am not in a position to confirm whether Khamenei is still alive. So here's some images. So these are from CENTCOM. A council member says U.S.-Israeli strikes killed both the son and daughter-in-law of Iranian Supreme Leader Ali Khamenei. The whereabouts of Khamenei remain unclear, and the Iranian regime is reportedly enraged. Let's take a listen, yeah?
Targeting, one of the first strikes was targeting Iran's supreme leader's compound, Ali Khamenei, who's been who has been the leader of Iran since 1989. If you can imagine, he's the longest serving leader in the Middle East. His compound was targeted, and I think they probably wanted to lure the Iranian leadership into some bit of complacency and assuming that they would be home or in their offices during daylight hours. It also is a sign that they feel pretty confident that they control the air above Iran and that the air defense systems are not as strong as they were last summer. They were targeting.
Wow. From Israel radar, Air Force intercepted more than 10 drones launched by Iran so far. Israel's home front suffered minimal damage despite ongoing missile and drone attacks. So these are some of the interceptions. New Israeli officers were instructed to park in different locations at the courier to mislead Iran. And that information about F-22s at Ovda was deliberately leaked to divert attention from other bases. Wow. Yeah, I think I said last night, or no, sorry, it was this morning. You know, the F-22s had just landed in Lakenheath, and we were still all waiting for 24 F-22s to arrive in Israel. So the US was still busy getting ready. And then, boom, it happened this morning, you know, while they were getting ready. So, no, we don't need all the F-22s in Israel to get started. Tonight, Iranian people continue to cheer American airstrikes on the Islamic regime and call for its destruction. So they must, because I know the internet, they've dropped the internet. So this is probably all coming out via Starlink, I'm sure. Iran's foreign ministry spokesperson, both Khamenei, and the president are safe and sound. Yeah, well, earlier a speech by Khamenei to the people was announced, but for some reason it has not taken place yet. An Iranian source told CNN that no significant damage has been done to Iran's missile and defense capabilities. Of course, they'd say that. They always say like the opposite of what the US and Israel say, basically. Okay, US Central Command publishes first footage from Operation Epic Fury. Let's take a look. Whoa. Okay. I think it's just a whole lot of missiles launching. They could have maybe put the same one on repeats, but I know I saw a video where I counted the cruise missiles going past. It was something like 30 you see in the one video. Let me save that. A senior Western security official confirms that the head of Iran's Ministry of Intelligence has been killed, along with 4 top leaders of the spy agency, causing panic. Everything is falling apart there. Here's Amir Tsarfati. Oh, wow. He posted this 8 minutes ago. Do you guys want to watch it? Let me know if you want to watch this. I'm going to... You know what? Yes, we're going to watch it. I want to watch it. I don't know if we can skip back.
And they try to send them to different locations. So,
let's just watch it live.
So we will all run to the bomb shelters all across Israel. Now, so far, to be honest, in the last 12 hours, we ran to the bomb shelter maybe 12 times. So, I mean, in that sense, they are harassing us. But we're gladly doing that, knowing that what we go through right now and what we will go through in the next 10 or 15 days will actually take them back 30 years. So if that's the price, so be it. This is amazing, historic, and unbelievable, unprecedented. There will be some tough days ahead of us. You know, we've been there. We know that not all missiles are intercepted, and sometimes air defense is not 100%. So we hope for the best, but so far the opening strike and the first day were beyond our expectations, and let's wait and see if the Ayatollah Khamenei has been eliminated. We don't have the final confirmation, but so far no one was able to contact him. He's been cut off from anyone around, and the assessment is that he has been eliminated. So if it's 100% or not, we'll know in a few hours. Until then, follow me on Telegram, Amir Tsarfati. We are growing there, thankfully. But go to Telegram, Amir Tsarfati, with over 600,000 followers. Don't go to any other channel with my name, because these are all fake channels. The only channel that is mine has over 600,000 subscribers. That's the one you want to join, and that's the one where you will get 24/7 news, updates, footage, videos, photos.
I think he's ending it now.
Information. May God bless the soldiers of the United States.
If he ends it now, I'm going to go back.
Israeli pilots, Israeli soldiers on the ground. We do have special forces on the ground, both the U.S. and Israel.
Don't worry, I'll check up on X.
Forces on the ground. May God bless them and protect them as well. Pray for us, and pray for all the U.S. forces also. And I'll keep you posted in the next few days, as many times as I can. Share this video. Thank you, and God bless.
Let's quickly...
Wanted, I couldn't fly. Now, Israel conducted the largest flyover from Israel all the way to Iran, the largest in the history of the IDF.
I'm going to check X.
Nearly 250 fighter jets took place in that particular flyover. And the opening strike was the shocking strike that may have killed the supreme leader Khamenei. We know that ever since the strike, no one managed to contact him. They promised every few hours that he's about to give a speech, but he hasn't. The spokesperson of the Iranian foreign ministry cannot confirm that the supreme leader is safe and alive. And indications that we have and sources that I know are almost positive that he was killed and his son may have been injured. His son was supposed to be his successor. Apart from that, his closest advisor and the head of the nuclear program and the I think he's the secretary of the Council for National Security, Ali Shamkhani, evil man. He has also been eliminated. With them, a series of generals and the Minister of Defense were also eliminated. And all of them were eliminated because they did not think for a second that the strike will happen at daylight.
Oh,
this time,
what happened there?
The element of surprise. Israel is working in full collaboration, cooperation, and integration with the US military. I wish I could tell you everything I know about the depth of the collaboration, but let's put it this way. Everything we know, Americans know, and everything Americans know we know. Americans are in Israeli centers and Israelis are in American headquarters. Americans are in Israel and Israelis are in America. And I'm not talking about just, some political or advisors. I'm talking about military personnel. And we divided between ourselves who does what and how and when. And one of the lessons we learned from the Rising Lion campaign in June is that had we known then that it would be so easy to dominate the airspace in Iran, we would have sent far more flyovers, and we call them trains of planes, to do the job. This time, we don't let them rest. One flyover after one flyover. There's an Israeli flyover, then an American flyover, an Israeli one, then an American one. Israelis come from Israel. The Americans come from the different carriers. And the Iranians are going crazy. They don't know what to do. And that's why they act like crazy and they shoot everything and anywhere they can. They hit Dubai. They hit Kuwait. They hit Bahrain. They're hitting civilian residential places and hotels. They hit Saudi Arabia. They hit Jordan. They hit Qatar. Qatar was pounded. Those stupid Jew haters thought that they're the besties of the Iranian Ayatollahs, and the Ayatollahs are pounding Qatar with more than 33 missiles and drones. So we are watching something unbelievable, and from sources that I have in the Israeli military, we're going all the way this time.
Wow.
All the way when it comes to missiles and all the way where it comes to the nuclear. We are taking the Iranian regime back 20 to 30 years. Now, as I said a few hours ago, neither one of the attacking parties, Israel and America, neither one of us is saying that this operation is aiming to topple the regime. It is extremely important that you know that. This is not part of the objectives of the operation. The objectives are to critically damage the abilities of the regime to threaten Israel, America, and the region. That's the objective. And that's what we're doing right now. But if you're waiting for America to topple the regime and bring Pahlavi on a plane and all of that, I don't think you're going to see that. I think that the idea is to prepare the ground for the dismantling of all the source of power that the Ayatollahs could lean on. And the idea was to then let the people.
Just quickly, I have a crazy video to share with you after this, but let's just keep listening to him, yeah?
Rise and do the job of toppling the regime. So with all the excitement of the great and enormous success of this operation so far, I will not sail with my imagination that tomorrow Pahlavi is flown in here in Iran to become the next leader. Not yet. If it will happen, it will happen when this military operation is over and the people will topple the regime. This is something that has to be said. Now, we not only shocked the Iranians that we opened this campaign in broad daylight, but we also shocked them with how effectively we targeted their air defense and their missile silos and launchers. 100 or 200 missiles at once, as they did before. The largest barrage fired towards Israel so far, and by the way, all of them were intercepted, but the largest was not bigger than 12 missiles. That, and not only that, once they use a launcher, we immediately strike and destroy it when we identify. Now, during the day, it's hard to see because heat and light, it's hard to detect. At nighttime, it'll be harder for them to bring the rocket and put fuel in it. Most of the solid fuel rockets that you can already fuel them before you bring them on the launcher, most of those are gone. So they're now left with the less advanced missiles that requires the fueling to be done right on the launcher. And when they bring it to the launcher and start refueling, we hit them. And this is why there are less hits, there's less missile per barrage, and they understand that. That's why they're sending only 2 or 3 or 5, and they try to send them to different locations. So we will all run to the bomb shelters all across Israel. Now, so far, to be honest, in the last 12 hours, we ran to the bomb shelter maybe 12 times. So, I mean, in that sense, they are harassing us. But we're gladly doing that, knowing that what we go through right now and what we will go through in the next 10 or 15 days will actually take them back 30 years. So if that's the price, so be it. This is amazing, historic, and unbelievable, unprecedented. There will be some tough days ahead of us. You know, we've been there. We know that not all missiles are intercepted. And
so this is where we got to where I started earlier. By the
air
way,
defense
guys.
is not 100%.
I'll just let them finish.
So we hope for the best, but so far the opening strike and the first day were beyond our expectations, and let's wait and see if the Ayatollah Khamenei has been eliminated. We don't have the final confirmation, but so far, no one was able to contact him. He's been cut off from anyone around. And the assessment is that he has been eliminated. So if it's 100% or not, we'll know in a few hours. Until then, follow me on Telegram.
Wow.
Amir Tsarfati.
Okay, so that's where that ends. I just want to read this to you quickly. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, in a press statement, the plan to destroy Israel no longer exists, and there is a high likelihood that the tyrant Khamenei does not either. Wow. Guys, I think they got him. I think Israel got him. All right, so I've got quite a few bookmarked posts for you while we were watching that crazy drone footage as well. All right, let's take a look here. By the way, thank you to everyone who's watching. Okay, let's go to these bookmarks. Okay, so this is Netanyahu saying that Khamenei may no longer be alive. Israeli sources tell, I'm just going to work from top to the bottom, but you'll catch all my bookmarks now. Israeli sources tell N12 that a coordinated US-Israel strike targeted an underground site linked to Ali Khamenei with more than 24 munitions deployed. Officials in Israel assume the supreme leader may have been killed. I just want to see if this is in English. I think it's Hebrew. Okay, yeah, that's in Hebrew. Yeah, in the last hour, indications have increased regarding Khamenei's fate. Oh, this guy actually quoted Amir Tsarfati. So he must have watched the live. Excuse me. Positive news. There have been no reports of US casualties or combat-related injuries. Damage to US installations was minimal and has not impacted operations. So there's some good news for you guys. New York City Mayor Mamdani criticized Trump's Iran strike, calling it catastrophic and saying Americans don't want this. Sure. I've got an English version of this video from RDF. I'll just save it. I think we know. An Israeli security source tells I-24 News that it is highly likely that Khamenei did not survive the attack. From what I can see, the US and Israel are taking turns striking military targets of the Iranian regime. This is not simple. Such coordination is the result of years of training together. From Israel Radar, ex-IDF General Yadlin, US will bomb Iran hard for a few days and then give Tehran an option. Resume talks, but you must accept President Trump's terms. No nuclear program, limit missile program, and stop shooting protesters. I think those guys, I mean, they're just, suicidal. ISNA news agency, IRGC missiles passing over the sacred Jamkaran Masjid. Check this out. You can see it, yeah, the trail. Sorry about that. Wind. Oh, that hurt my ears. So there we go. All right. Sorry about the volume there with the wind there. Okay, so this is from Bahrain. From Iran, heavy fighting reported at Evin Prison, where regime security forces have surrounded the facility. Evin Prison is where many of the political prisoners are held. Now, reports from Syria say Israeli attack helicopters are intercepting Iranian drones over Dara. So this is recent from Central Command. As the president stated, our objective is to defend the American people by eliminating imminent threats from the Iranian regime. The president ordered bold action. CENTCOM forces are delivering an overwhelming and unrelenting blow. Let's take a look. This is different from the other video, by the way. It is different. There's some strikes in here. Boom. Radar. Boom. Wow. So if anyone's doubting, there's the evidence, you know what I mean? Because it's often, remember in the last exchange, there wasn't like enough of video evidence for people, you know? Well, there you go. Former Defense Minister Gallant on N12. The people in Iran will receive the best conditions for regime change. Joe Truzman, besides statements condemning the US and Israel for striking Iran, there's no indication that members of Iran's axis of resistance have carried out strikes in the region. That can change at any moment. So we saw earlier today threats coming from the Houthis to start hitting ships in the Red Sea, also from Hezbollah in Iraq. So we'll see. This could get very bad very quickly, much worse than what it is now. You know what I mean? Since this morning, Iran has launched around 150 ballistic missiles at Israel, according to military assessments. Iran's salvos today have mostly consisted of a small number of missiles. Air defense systems intercepted several of the projectiles, while others struck open areas. There were also reports of missile and interceptor fragments landing across the country. In addition, dozens of attack drones were launched from Iran, with the IDF reporting that it has intercepted more than a dozen of them. From Defender, insane footage showing multiple interceptors from a US Army Patriot surface-to-air missile battery launching and downing Iranian ballistic missiles earlier tonight during an attack on Al Udeid Air Base in Qatar, with at least one ballistic missile seen striking the base, reportedly damaging a clinic in Al Udeid. Let's take a look. Whoa. There's the other one. I don't know if you can see that, hopefully. Is that the other one?
Motherfucker! Come on.
Whoa. Ooh. Oh, sorry for the swearing, guys, in the clip. Oh my goodness, did you see that? Let's go back. Wow. So it just misses it. It tries to get it right at the end. The other one misses, and then another one goes to try and get it. Ooh. Ooh. Wow. That's actually the craziest footage I've seen so far today. That's crazy. I don't know why he's laughing, but anyway. Okay, so there's Amir Tafati. We've seen this footage. Okay, cool. Let's check the feed for Khamenei. And I think this will be my final run on the feed. I just wanted to go live and give you guys a little bit of an update of what's going on and just show you, I mean, the strikes on Bahrain, public infrastructure, Iran is just digging a deeper hole, if you ask me. Israel radar. After 12 hours of intensive military action, no deaths in Israel and no American deaths. This is still an early phase, but Iranian retaliation so far has been very ineffective, likely disrupted by massive opening shot. On a broader level, Iran can't cope with Israeli and US military power. Even if it fires more missiles and gets some hits, Tehran is overwhelmed and outmatched. I mean, they just have no chance, literally no chance. It would be better to just, submit, but they just so full of pride and ideology. Over 24 munitions personally delivered to the supreme leader. Okay, so this is the strike. President Trump has spoken with the leaders of Saudi Arabia, Qatar, and the UAE, as well as NATO Security General Mark Rutte, the White House says. Okay, Netanyahu showing support for Iranians. Netanyahu, the plan to destroy Israel no longer exists, and there is a high likelihood that the tyrant Ali Khamenei does not either. Whenever they're like pretty sure, like they were pretty sure on Nasrallah, and we just waited for confirmation. And if Netanyahu's saying he's pretty sure, I think it's game up for Khamenei already. Okay, we've seen that footage. Iran sends letter to Somalia, who is currently the president of UN. Okay, anyway, we don't need that. Man, I know that as soon as I get off here, they're gonna tell us that Khamenei's done. And now they're saying Iranian culture minister reports of an upcoming speech by Khamenei are false. So now they're saying the speech wasn't going to happen anyway. So he's not late. There's just no speech. I don't know. I think they got him. More growing indications. This is the one we just watched. Oh, it's a crazy video. Those interceptors. Okay, let's check. I'm going to check it one more time, and then I think I might call it, guys. By the way, could this be Jeremiah 49? Carol, I know, I think I didn't actually, wow, there's 54 posts, just 2 seconds. Tasneem, Iran says if the US uses bases in the Gulf to strike Iran, it will turn the conflict into a regional war. I think it's a bit late for that. White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt. President Trump monitored the situation overnight at Mar-a-Lago alongside members of his national security team. The president spoke with Prime Minister Netanyahu by phone. Prior to the attack, Secretary Rubio called all members of the Gang of Eight to provide congressional notification, and he was able to reach and brief 7 of the 8 members. The president and his national security team will continue to closely monitor the situation throughout the day. Yeah, and this is just going to be going on. We already watched that footage. Iran's Minister of Culture, Khamenei, will not speak today as planned. So obviously everyone now making fun of them. So Carol, sorry, I'm just making sure we don't miss anything here. I know Jack Hibbs actually recently did something on Jeremiah 49. So if those of you who are watching, if you are interested in and you haven't watched his recent live on Jeremiah 49, I think he did cover it, and he covered it with Ezekiel 38. I haven't watched it yet. But some people do say that this could be Jeremiah 49, Carol. I have seen a few people say that. But the question is how does that flow into Ezekiel 38? So we'll have to see how it plays out. But a lot of people have said it's just not that easy to, I mean, how long have they been there? It's like 50 years or 40 years that you've got to reverse, with the Islamic regime. All right. Okay, everyone. Well, I think I'm going to call it there. And yeah, I think we'll just see how this plays out. Yeah. Explosions heard in Riyadh. I mean, the news is just, I mean, it's just endless, ladies and gents. Yeah, so we'll see how this plays out. By the way, if you do enjoy my coverage, I usually just hop on, share some stories, and, you know, share the stuff that I think is important and just gives you a bit of an overview of what's going on. So if you do enjoy that and you want to catch me when I am live, just make sure you're subscribed and switch on your notifications. And yeah, I guess we'll watch how all of this unfolds together. And to those of you who do sit and watch me, thank you so much. I really appreciate your support. And if I do miss your comments, I'm sorry, but I do really appreciate it. All right, so I will see you soon. Thank you so much for watching. God bless, and I will chat to you later. Thank you. Bye.